What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince and I am an urban acolyte. And Rian Johnson just confirmed, well, he didn't just do it because I think we've known since yesterday or sometime Saturday, I don't know. But it's been confirmed that the character DJ, being played by Benicio Del Toro, is not Ezra Bridger.
Oh, Ezra from Red Bulls.
Yeah.
He's his own person. DJ is his own person. Yeah.
And is DJ actually the character's name?
Yeah, well, that's what we call him in the movie, yeah.
Does it stand for something?
It does, yeah.
Let me repeat that. Benicio Del Toro is not going to be Ezra Bridger. Rian Johnson said that DJ is a new and original character, just like Supreme Leader Snoke is a new and original character. Now, I know that I did a video on the possibilities of Ezra being played by Benicio Del Toro last year when I first kicked the channel off. That was because there were a couple of very vocal Puerto Rican guys who insisted that, but I didn't. I said, well, it's possible, but I'm not really buying it. I think I said it. I've either said it in comments or conversations with other people. I may have even said it in another video. I don't remember. But basically, Dave Filoni kind of said that he doesn't want, Lucasfilm as a whole doesn't want, like, if they've got an animated series and they've got characters in those animated series, they don't want the stories to overlap too much with the live action movies, because then it kind of lets you know, like, this is what's going to happen to this character in this one story that we're telling, and then there's another story where that character will appear at the same time. Now, I know I've held back on saying that because I know somebody is going to immediately say, well, what about Rogue One? We saw Hera, we saw Chopper, we saw the Ghost, and well, the thing is that Rogue One, the events are going to overlap with Rebels anyway, right? So I remember Geekdom, we were talking, and he said one of his big gripes was that with season 3 was there wasn't enough of a crossover with Rogue One. There was the Saw Gerrera episode when they came back in January, but he kind of said the whole season there should have been overlaps with Rogue One, and they built up to that, right? We saw Mon Mothma in Rogue One, and then in the conclusion of the in the season finale, they're leaving, they're going to Yavin, right? We saw how the Rebel Alliance basically came together. The response to that, that initial criticism that that Geekdom raised was that, well, they weren't at a point yet where they could cross over because Rogue One, was 2 years from those events in Rebels. But by the end of the season, they built up to that, and next season, it'll be all about building up to what we saw in Rogue One and what we saw in A New Hope. So it makes sense for there to be crossover there, but even still, Rogue One didn't give any indication about where Zeb, Sabine, Ezra, Kanan, where they are. Maybe they're still part of the Ghost crew. Of course, then we've got to wonder, well, why does Leia not mention anything about there being other Jedi to Luke? Why is there no mention of them in the new saga? So there's got to be a redaction of that. One, there's going to be a redaction anyway, because you got to account for Hera being General Syndulla now. Is she working for a different part of the Rebel Alliance where she's only working with Mon Mothma? And then you got to recall that I don't even think Mon Mothma was introduced until Return of the Jedi. So you could say that the Ghost crew the entire time of the original saga is with Mon Mothma wherever she is, up until they all, the entire Rebel fleet converges there at Endor to attack the Death Star. Oh man, there's a wasp in here. That's kind of me, rambling, I guess. The point is, Ezra Bridger, if he survives past Rebels, and I think he will, that's my prediction for now. I don't think Ezra is going to die in Rebels. I don't even think Kanan is going to die. I think Kanan might stay on Lothal and become some kind of hermit, right? Which is kind of, when he says that he's becoming the Zatoichi type character, Zatoichi is like this blind swordsman that goes around doing good deeds. And if Kanan has no more contact with Yoda or Obi-Wan, then they wouldn't know that there's another Jedi out there somewhere. Kanan could decide to put down his lightsaber, and maybe he's no longer a Jedi, the same way Ahsoka walked away from the Jedi Order. She was no longer a Jedi, and Ahsoka couldn't sense any other Jedi after Order 66, so she didn't know about Obi-Wan or Yoda. And Bail Organa kept that secret from her. He didn't tell her that they were out there, you know, living in exile. But anyway, those are my thoughts. How do you guys feel about Benicio Del Toro's character being a new and original character who is not Ezra Bridger? So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, and I'll be checking back to see what y'all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button so that you can take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Make the commitment to becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Continue to support this channel, and be sure to check out some of my other videos. Also stay tuned, because I've got a few more videos that I want to post based on news that we got from D23, and then I've also got a few videos that I need to get out on Ray that actually should have been posted yesterday, but I was busy recording the first episode of the Urban Acolyte podcast, and I'll tell you guys more about that in a future video. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.